Stamp is here.
Fried tilapia, chicken, greens, and rice. You got 2 minutes.
Stamp is here.
Champ is here.
2 fish, 1 fries, 1
Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? So I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a little insight on how Floyd Mayweather looked in sparring today, obviously preparing for the Marcos Maidana fight. Coincidentally, I was actually taking my son up there to get some work at the Mayweather gym. He was actually supposed to spar up there, but since we got there a little late and it was already about time for Floyd Mayweather to start to spar, we obviously couldn't do it. So today, Mayweather, he sparred with 2 sparring partners. One is the only name that I know is an undefeated fighter by the name, professional fighter by the name of Juan Heraldez. Juan is a really good fighter. I've actually watched him fight on TV. He's fought on the Spanish channels before. Like I said, undefeated prospect. He's a good boxer. I've seen him spar a lot out here in Vegas. I've seen him beat the hell out of kids out here in Vegas sparring. But of course, when you're sparring with Floyd Mayweather, it's a whole nother ball game, right? As Juan Heraldez actually found out. And then Mayweather, he sparred against this other guy. I didn't get his name, don't really know who he is, but I just know that he was a tough guy from Mexico because he could barely speak English. I mean, matter of fact, the only thing I heard him say throughout sparring when he was sparring with Mayweather was catching him with some good shots, and he just said, I could take it. I could take it, you know. But right after he said that, Mayweather started to turn up the heat, and even though he said he could take it, the dude, this was a tough guy. This is one of them, quote unquote tough guy sluggers who's supposed to come forward. But these guys, were extremely tentative in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, especially this guy who said he could take it. He kept backing up. After he said that, he kept backing up. And the more Mayweather turned it up, the less he started to punch. So overall, man, it was really impressive. When Floyd Mayweather spars, he is very entertaining because he does commentary throughout his entire sparring. I mean, he's talking shit throughout the entire sparring session. I like to call it domino talk. When he was sparring with the first kid, and I'm not going to really mention names, but I'll just say when he was sparring with the first kid, he just kept talking, oh, this is going to be easy work. Oh, this is going to be easy work. This is the easiest work I've never had. While, at the same time, while he popping him with quick, stiff jabs, quick right hands. Now, the kid, he actually caught Floyd Mayweather with a couple good shots. But, of course, Floyd Mayweather, he came back. And like I said, throughout the sparring session, the first round at least, Floyd Mayweather is constantly talking and talking while catching this guy with clean shots. And like I said, keep in mind, the dude, the kid that he's sparring with is a good fighter. This is not just some bum tomato can sparring partner, right? So after the first round, after this kid, I think, it might have been the first or second round. After one of those rounds, the kid, he actually, he wants to quit, right? He wants to quit. He takes off his headgear. He says to his trainer, he said, look, man, I can't mess with him. He on another level. He says something like that. And I remember as he was getting out of the ring, Floyd Mayweather was like, no, he gonna come back in because they was already trying to put the next sparring partner in. And Floyd was like, no, he gonna get back in. Get him some water. Get him some water. He says, I pay these motherfuckers $10,000 a week to spar, so he gonna get this ass whooping. I'm paying him, so he gonna get this ass whooping. Of course, everybody's laughing and shit. So the guy gets back in, and now, the pressure is really on this kid. Floyd Mayweather is he's trying to bring the heat. Because, his first couple rounds, Floyd's just, kind of playing with people. He's throwing a jab and, just working on his jab. But as the rounds progress, then Floyd Mayweather, he started getting into some serious shit. And he started dropping them combinations. And you hearing the loud pop, pop, pop sound. You hearing the loud pop sound. You hearing all the oohs and ahs in the crowd as Floyd Mayweather keeps letting his hands go, right? And this is when Floyd Mayweather's, he yelled out, give him the doghouse. And then that's when everybody started hitting the ring. You hearing all that pounding going on. And you could just see psychologically it was really intimidating his sparring partner. Because this dude, he started getting on the defensive in a real way. He started blocking a lot, and Floyd Mayweather started having his way and basically taking advantage of him. But overall, it was a very impressive sparring session. Floyd Mayweather's already in shape. You know, for Floyd Mayweather being a naturally small welterweight, he was showing some good pop because, you know, every now and then you could tell when he's just playing around or kind of just working with the guy, and then every now and then he'll let his power shots go. And, you know, like I said, you got that loud pop, pop, pop sound. So, yeah, man, he's got some power. And, you know, that's why it's so ridiculous when you hear people say stuff like, oh, Floyd, he ain't got no power, this and that, you know, etc. You have to sit down, go to the gym, and actually watch this man work. Watch this man spar, and then you will be able to understand how it is to get popped in the face with a perfect jab. A lot of people don't understand how it feels to get popped in the nose with a quick-ass jab straight to your face. You know, people can't relate to that, but it's easy for people to sit down on the internet and they type up a whole bunch of ridiculous shit that doesn't really make sense. But anyway, you know, another thing I notice all the times I watch Mayweather spar, another thing I notice is the majority of times that Floyd Mayweather is sparring with one of those, once again, quote unquote, tough guys, a puncher, an aggressive fighter, I notice those are the guys that get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather that respect him the most. Those are the guys who get in there and they're tentative, they're hesitant, they're afraid to punch, right? It's funny because when Floyd is sparring with those slick guys, with the more slick guys, the guys that's kind of slick and aggressive American style, those guys, they go in there more confident when they're sparring with Floyd Mayweather. They let their hands go more. But once again, it's like the bully type guy, that's the one who gets in the ring and looks like he's afraid to even engage with Floyd Mayweather. It's like they're almost in awe. They're so worried about what Floyd Mayweather could do to them. So that's pretty much how my day went at the Mayweather gym today. I'll be back over there checking out things next week as well. Like I said, my son is actually training over there at the gym pretty frequent now. So I'll let you guys know what's going on in the future. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm on to the next one.